everybody, Sunny and I are here at the Clark County Humane Society for the Pet of the Week. Sunny's got quite an interesting story to him. He came into us as a stray back in September, and he had a pretty nasty bite wound to his back. We treated it with antibiotics. He actually had a drainage tube in for close to a month, and we were hoping that it would heal from the inside out like we wanted it to do. It all appeared to be going well. He was getting better from the wound. He had an upper respiratory infection that we just couldn't quite get on top of, but we just kept treating it and thought one of these days those antibiotics would kick in and do the trick, but it just didn't get better. Then one day, about, maybe a month ago, a month and a half, I was cleaning the cats on a Monday morning, and Sunny jumped out of his cage like he always does to go play on the floor, and his back exploded. It was really something to see. I took one look at it and thought, oh my gosh, it was even gurgling like a little volcano. It was okay, so I thought it was kind of nifty, but I felt really bad for Sunny because it was terrible. What happened was it didn't heal like we thought it was, and an abscess grew underneath his skin. So into Grassland he went and had some pretty major surgery done on his back. They opened it up. They had to scrape out the inside and get rid of all that infection, and then we had to start the healing process all over again. Poor Sunny, because he is our most active, rambunctious, loving cat here at the shelter, and he's just had so many setbacks. It hasn't affected his personality in any way, and he is the happiest cat that you're ever going to meet. So with that healing, it was wrapped for a while, and we had a cone on his head so he couldn't get at it. But those back feet of his, they're quite the problem and quite the challenge. We kind of hobbled his feet together for a while in hopes that he wouldn't keep scratching his wound open, but that didn't work. He was a tricky one and kept getting out of that hobble. So we put a little skirt on. Not only did he have the e-collar on his head, he's got the e-collar on his butt. So that allows him to not scratch that wound area. And as a result, it is looking better and better every day. A lot of you may look at it now and think, oh, that's pretty nasty. But seriously, it was probably 5 times the size of what it is now. And he just lets us do whatever we have to do to treat it. Everything is healing fine now. We hope it continues to go that way. We're at the tail end of the treatment, so there's no reason to think it won't be taken care of in the next few weeks. And then after that, Sunny will be ready to go and be the wild and crazy man that he is meant to be. He is going to be so much fun to whoever decides to take him into his home or into their home. At 3 years old, he's still a young guy. He's just got so much energy. He will get along with any cat as long as they like cats in return. I'm sure he would do just fine with the dog. Nothing bothers him. Nothing phases him. He is just awesome. He also will be a lap cat. So even though he's wild and crazy, look at this. He's a big baby just as he is wild. So what a good boy. The upper respiratory infection that he's been battling, he still has it a little bit. Chances are that was so bad because of that infection going through the rest of his body, he just did not have an immune system to fight it. So he's still on some antibiotics for that. But we're getting better and better every day. Hopefully he will be ready to go home in the next week or two. So think about him. Fill out an application if you want. Come into the shelter to visit him and play with him and see what a fantastic kitty he is. If you do want to adopt him, make sure you have lots of toys to entertain him because he will chase a ball or a furry mouse anywhere. He's so much fun. He'll amuse you for hours. So this is Sunny, our neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, been through a lot and shines through it all. He's just wonderful. So think of Sunny. So our cat of the week was a wild and crazy cat, so we thought let's stick with that theme and pick a dog that's equally as wild and crazy. And not only is he wild and crazy, he is big. So this is Max. Max will be about 2 years old in April, and he is a border collie. He came into the shelter because, imagine that, he's a runner. He got away from his family. He's done it multiple times, and they just decided that they couldn't keep him safe. So he came into the shelter as a stray. We called them, and they said, you know, we better just leave him there. So here is Max. He's been with us for a few months, and people have not really shown much interest in him because he is so high energy. But dogs like him are incredibly smart, intelligent, and loyal. He would do great with a home that has a good physical activity plan for him daily. So whether you're a runner or just a jogger, if you ride bike and you want to try to train him to ride along with you or run along with you, that would be so wonderful for Max. He also likes to sit on your lap, so be prepared for 70 pounds of a lap dog. And when he's tired, he's probably going to be just cute and adorable. In the meantime, run him hard. Can't emphasize that enough. Max is good with some dogs, but as you can imagine, these dogs have to be able to handle all this pent-up frustration that he sometimes has. Shelter life does not help him at all. We try to get him out and exercise him as much as we can, but in reality, a home of his own where he can get on a good plan is what he needs the most. A fenced-in yard would be, that was my chin, hey, thanks buddy. A fenced-in yard would be ideal for Max because like I said, he's a runner. When you're outside with him and he's loose, he is still gonna run. So he's not gonna be a dog that you can trust. As far as the herding instinct goes with him, I don't know if he has it or not. His attention span is very short. He's a little ADD, we all believe, but that just makes him more lovable to us. So he's probably not going to be a working dog for you. He'll just take a look at those chickens and run the other way. So keep that in mind too. He just wants to be an active and friendly member of your household. We know that family is out there for him. We will keep looking and searching for as long as it takes. He's friendly, that's not an issue whatsoever. He doesn't have any food aggression, toy aggression, possession, or ownership of anything. He's really a good boy like that. He just wants to run, and run, and run, and run, and run, and run. And we don't have that in common because I don't run at all. But other than that, I like Max. He's a good boy, right? Are you coming back up here again? Well, sure, why not? He has been neutered since coming into the shelter. He is up to date on all his shots as usual, and he is microchipped. So he's really just a beautiful boy, ready to go home to that active and loving family. Keep him inside, keep him safe, and once again, run the heck out of him. Max will be a great boy for you for years to come. So stop in at the Clark County Humane Society and see us all. And hopefully take Max